So to get started on these shorts, we're going to grab our category 3 yarn. We're going to make a slip knot, and then we're going to grab our 4mm hook, and then we need to make a chain that is long enough to fit around our hips. These are high-waisted shorts, but they do need to be able to fit around our hips as well, since we're not working with any elastic. Once when you made your chain, we're going to connect it to the other end so that it becomes a circle, but before we do that, we are just going to take our thumb and run it along the edges to make sure that it is all facing the same direction, so that it's easier when we do our next row. Just like that, and we're going to connect it with a slip stitch, and this is what we should have. From here, we're going to chain up 3. And then we're going to double crochet into every single loop that we have in the chain that we just made. Since we just finished our row of double crochet, we are going to connect it. Remember how we did that chain 3 in the very beginning? We're just going to slip stitch it to the 3rd chain that we did. And just like that, it's connected. Now this next row, you're going to need to stay with me for a second because it can be kind of confusing. We're going to start off the row by doing a chain of 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then we're going to go into the same loop that we are currently in for this. And then this is going to be the pattern for the majority of the shorts. For video's sake, we're going to call these diamonds. So from here, we're going to chain 2, prepare for a double crochet, and then we're going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to skip 3, go into the 4th loop with a double crochet. And then from here, we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, prepare for another double crochet, and then we're going to go into the same loop that we are in so that we can make another diamond, just like that. And we're going to do this a couple times just so we get the hang of it, but we are definitely not going to do it around the entire set of shorts. We're only going to do maybe 4 or 5 so that I can show you how to do the next section, because it's going to be a little tricky and a little different for everyone depending on your size. So as you can see, I've done a couple diamonds. I haven't quite made it halfway through yet, but I just wanted to bring this up that we're going to go past the halfway mark because we're going to want to cover 3/4 of this section in diamonds. So we're just going to keep going with our pattern, but we are not going to keep connecting it. So I'll show you once when I have the desired amount of diamonds that I want. So you should have something similar to this so far. As you can see, I did not work it all the way through. This is where I'm going to end my first row of diamonds. And another sure way of being able to figure out if this is a good place to stop is that if you stand it up and place it against yourself, these 2 diamonds on the ends should line up to about the middle of your thigh. And then this is going to stay open just like this. So once when you get to about here, we are going to chain 1 and we're going to be working back the other way that we just came, and we're going to need to get to the middle of this diamond on the end, so we're just going to do slip stitches until we get there. Oops. There we go. And then from here we are going to make another diamond, so that's going to be chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prepare for a double crochet and go into the same diamond that you are currently in, and then do a double crochet. And it's going to be the same pattern that we've been doing this entire time, so go ahead and chain 2, prepare for a double crochet, go into the 2nd diamond, chain 3, prepare for another double crochet, go into the same diamond. And we're going to be doing this pattern all the way until we get to the other end. I'll meet you once when we get to the second to last one, because I'm going to show you how to decrease this row. Now that we've made it to the very last diamond, I'm going to show you how to decrease. So what we're going to do is chain 2 like we normally do. we're going to prepare for a double crochet and just do 1 double crochet in that row, and then that's it. That is a decrease. This is how every single row is going to end. Now, so in order to go up and over, work back down your row, we're just going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flip your work, prepare for double crochet, and then go ahead and make a diamond into the first diamond that is available. And then we are going to be doing that all the way back down, decreasing on this end as well. Now that we're at the end of row 3, we are going to decrease one more time. So we're going to chain 2. We're going to prepare for a double crochet, and we're just going to double crochet once into that last diamond, and that is a decrease. And in order to start up a new one, we're going to chain 5 and then start making diamonds just like how we did before. And we're going to keep doing this pattern with no interruptions while we decrease on every end for about 8 rows. You can make it shorter or longer depending on you, but for me it's going to be 8, and then after that is going to be when we start the design. So I'll meet you once when I am at 8 rows. Now that we have our 8 row of diamonds, we are going to start working on the design, and in order to do that we're going to need to do a couple diamonds inwards. So we're going to start it off like how we always do. We're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flip your work, and then we're going to do 4 diamonds just like how we've been doing. No funny business. Now we're on the 9th row. We just finished 4 diamonds. The very next diamond that we're going to do, we're going to call a double diamond. So we're going to chain 2 like we always do. We're going to prepare for a double crochet into the 5th diamond. We're going to do 1 double crochet, chain 3, prepare for another double crochet, go into the same loop, and then instead of moving on, we're going to do another chain 3, and then prepare for another double crochet and go to into the same loop. So this is our double diamond in the 5th diamond, and we're going to need to do the same thing on the other end as well. So we're going to count out from the edge. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And why we count 6 is because we're not going to count this last one, because this last one is going to be a decrease. So really this is going to be our last diamond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do however many that there needs to be, and then we're going to keep a marker on the 5th one on the other end so that we know when to do the double diamonds. So I've made it to the diamond right before we need to do our double diamond on the other end. So just to make sure, we're going to count out 6. This is going to be the decrease, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how we're going to do that one more time, we're going to do a chain of 2, prepare for a double crochet into this loop, chain 3, prepare for another double crochet, go into the same loop, chain another 3, and then double crochet into the same loop so that we have another double diamond. And then from here we are going to do the next 4 diamonds just like how we've been doing, nothing fancy, and the very last one will be a decrease. So we're about to start row 10. This is where our double diamond is. We're going to put regular diamonds into every single diamond that we have all the way up until we get up to the double diamond, and then I'll show you how to continue on the pattern from there. Now I've put diamonds into every single one that we have so far, and we've made it up to our double diamonds. And how we're going to continue on the pattern is chain 2. We're going to put 1 diamond into this very first diamond just like normal. So double crochet, chain 3, and another double crochet into the same loop just like that. But in between these 2 diamonds we are going to have a chain of 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to put a diamond into the second diamond that is attached. Chain 3 and then double crochet just like that. So now we have a diamond, a break, which is the chain 3, and then another diamond. And then we're going to do the same thing once we make it over here, and then decrease on the ends just like usual. Now we're on to the next row. This is where we're at so far. We have this double diamond. We have the 2 diamonds with the break in the middle, and then we're on the row that's right after that. Now, in order to continue on with the pattern, we are going to start making shells. So in order to do that, we are going to prepare for a double crochet. We're going to go into the first diamond, which is this one right here. Do 2 double crochets into the same loop, just like that. We're going to chain 3, and then do 2 more double crochets into the same diamond that we are in. Voila, there's 1 shell. We're going to chain 2. We're going to do another shell into this middle break that we did in between the 2 diamonds. So same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 3, another 2 double crochets. There's 1, there's 2, chain 2, 1 more shell into this very last diamond that's in this set. So 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 more double crochet, and then that's it. These are the shells that we're going to start with, and for the rest of these diamonds, they're all going to be regular diamonds until we get to this double diamond situation that we have over here. We're going to do 3 shells again, and then diamonds all the way to the end, and then decrease just like usual. I'll meet you once more at the row after this. Now for this next row, we've done diamonds all the way up until we have met the shells, and how we are going to do the shells and continue the pattern is just that we're going to put more shells in this shell. So we're going to put 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 more double crochets into the same shell, and that's it. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to put another shell into the very next shell. So 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 more double crochet, chain 2 in between the shells and diamonds, but since we're doing shells, it's in between here. Now that we have our 2 double crochets, we're going to chain 3. We're going to put 2 more double crochets in here, and then that's it. And then from here we're going to chain 2 and then continue with our diamonds where there are diamonds, and then shells where there are shells, while still decreasing on both ends. And we're going to keep doing this pattern until it keeps tapering down, until it gets to at least 2 diamonds in the very middle, and I'll meet you back when we get there. Now I'm not done with this one side yet, but I did just want to mention that even when the shells come to the very end, like how this one has right here, we're still going to decrease. So we're still going to do our chain 2 and do 1 double crochet in that shell, and then that row of shells is done. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then continue on decreasing until you get all the way down. So we've crocheted all the way down until we just have 2 diamonds left. I'm going to show you what to do from here, and then we'll be done with the front row. So we're going to do 1 more row. We're going to chain up 5 like how we always do. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do a diamond into the very first diamond, just like we've been doing. 3. And then from here we're going to decrease, just like how we've been doing. Chain 2, and then double crochet until we just have 1 diamond left, and then we're going to leave it like this because this is how the bottom of the shorts is going to be. We're just going to cut and tie from here, and then I will show you how to do the back half in a second. But this is what we should have so far, something similar to this. It'll look cuter when the back half is on, I promise. So this is what we have so far. We have one side done. We're going to need to do the same thing that we did here, but going down at this angle. So just mirroring it basically. So in order to do that, we are going to need to overlap these pieces since the shorts overlap on top of each other. So in order to do that, what I like to do, which is easy for me, is that I fold it in half this way, and then I fold this in half. But before I fold it in half, I make sure that these two edge diamonds are as aligned as they can be. And then from there, I fold this in half here. And then I find where the diamonds align. So this is where this diamond is. So if you just kind of shoot straight through like that, this is the diamond that you're going to want to start working in. And if you want, you can count how many double crochets you have on this end in comparison to how many you have on this end, just to make sure that they are the same amount. But once when you have that done, you're going to want to start working in this row. So let's see, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how we're going to start this row is that we are going to take a look and see what we have here. We're actually going to fold this in half just like this. So we're going to fold over the double crochet, and then we're going to slide our crochet hook through right in between, or right in the middle of the diamond, and then through the loop that the base is in. So if that makes sense, I'll explain it again, but we're going to first grab our yarn and make a slip knot with it. We're going to slip it onto the hook, and then in order to start the second half of the shorts, we are going to pull our hook through and through the diamond as well, and then make a chain to secure it. And then we're just going to get started with one diamond until I show you how to do the next one. So we're going to chain 5 more since we just did one chain right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then we're going to go into the same loop that all these other double crochets are in, and the same one that we were just in. So where your tail's sticking out, we're going to go into that same loop. So go ahead and prepare for double crochet, go in through that loop, and then double crochet through, just like that. And that's how the shorts are going to overlap each other. So let's try it one more time. We're going to chain 2, and then since these diamonds are already in here, we're not going to need to count out how many we're going through. We're just going to go into the very next diamond's base. So prepare for a double crochet. We're going to go directly in the middle of the diamond and then bring it through the loop that the 2 base double crochets are in, just like that, and then double crochet through, just like that. And then we're going to chain 3 to make our diamond, prepare for a double crochet, and then go ahead and go through that same loop that you're currently in, and there's your next diamond. We're going to do this one more time. Chain 2, prepare for a double crochet, take a look at the next diamond. We're going to take our hook and place it through the middle of the diamond and up through the loop that last diamond's in. Go ahead and do a double crochet. Going to chain 3, prepare for another double crochet, and go into the same loop that you are currently in, just like that. And then it's much easier to do this if you keep this folded so you can see where you're working through, because if you keep it up like this, then you might go through the wrong loop, or you might get it tangled through one of these other chains that we have. So we're going to keep doing that, and this back half is going to be the same exact pattern as the front half, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. So I'll meet you once when I've gotten all the way down to here on this back half of the shorts, and then I'll show you how to do that. Now this is where I'm at. I have just finished the second half of the shorts. This is the back half and this is the front. Now I need to combine the bottom parts right here where we just have one diamond left. So we're going to locate the other part. Okay, so this is one half and this is the other, and now we just need to connect them like this. And you can do this however you like. I just like to insert my hook just do a single crochet row. So go ahead and just single crochet about 2 times on each end and then 3 times in between the diamonds. So that was 2, and then this is in between diamonds, so let's do this 3 times and then 2 times on the end right here. And then from here we're just going to chain 1, cut and tie. Mine's already cut, so I'm just going to chain 1, and that is that. And now it's connected. And then for this next part you're going to need to flip this inside out because you're going to want this line on the inside of your shorts. So flip it inside out and make sure that it stays that way, and then I will show you what to do next. So these are our shorts so far. We're nearly done. We just need to do scallops along the edges of each of the leg openings. And how we do that is that we're going to pick a side, doesn't really matter which one, and then we are going to take a look at the very last diamond in the very first row of whatever side that you're working on. And then since it's attached to the double crochet row, we're going to take a look at the very first loop that's right next to the diamond. So this is a diamond, this is the very last diamond in the row, and then we're going to take a look and find the very next loop that is not attached to the diamond. So this is the loop that's right next to it. So we're going to insert our hook. We're going to grab our yarn, make a slip knot, and we're going to attach it like this, and then we're going to chain 1 to secure it. And then we're going to do 2 rows of scallops. The first one is going to be shells. So what we're going to do is prepare for a double crochet. Go ahead and double crochet into that very last diamond that we have right next to us right here. We're going to do 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, chain 3, and then do 3 more double crochets into this diamond. 3. And from here we're not going to do any chains in between. We are going to skip the very next loop, and we're going to prepare for a double crochet, skip this loop, and go into the next one. So this is what it's going to be. So we're skipping every other loop to do a shell, and each shell is going to be 3 double crochets, chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets, 2 and 3. And then this is going to be the pattern for the first row of scallops. So skip the next one, and then go ahead and go in and make your next shell. And when we're done with this row of shells, I will meet you once when we're done to show you how to do the second row. So now that we've done our first row of scallops and have made it all the way to the other end of our row, we are going to need to attach it to the double crochet base. So what we're going to do is look at where we are currently connected to. So we're currently in this loop right here, because this is where the diamond starts, and then we're going to go 2 loops over. So there's 1, there's 2. We're going to insert our hook and then do a slip stitch. We have to do 1 more row of scallops. It's going to be a little bit different, but we do need to go up 2 loops. So we're going to single crochet, or I'm sorry, not single crochet, slip stitch into the next 2 loops. Just like that. Flip your work. And then we are ready to start our next section, and our next row of scallops, our last row of scallops, I'm sorry, is going to be just 7 double crochet into the middle of each shell, just like that. 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's our 7, and then there's going to be no chains in between. We're going to prepare for a double crochet and go straight into the next shell, and then do another 7. So there's going to be 7 double crochets in every single shell all the way until we get to the other side, and I will meet you once when we get there as well. So we are nearly done with the second row of scallops on one side, and how we're going to end this off is that we're going to see where the first row of scallops started, in what loop they were in, and then we're going to jump 2 loops next to that. Then we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to go ahead and do a slip stitch, chain 1 to secure it, pull tight, and then cut. So this is what we're working with so far. You can see the design here and how it overlaps on the shorts right here. You're going to do the same exact thing that we did over here on this end. So 1 row of shells and then another row of just regular scallops. And then from there, the only thing that you have to do left is you're going to make a chain that's long enough to fit around the double crochet row. And then from there, this is what you're going to do. You're going to use your tapestry needle to weave it through to make a drawstring. And we're gonna figure out where the middle is, somewhere around here, and then we're going to insert our hook, or I'm sorry, not our hook, our needle, and then it's gonna go behind 3 double crochets, and then it's gonna go in front of 3 double crochets, behind 3 double crochets, just like that. And then you can go ahead and start weaving through. Oopsies. And this is what it's going to start to look like. And then we're gonna do that all the way around the row of double crochet. We're gonna weave in our ends, and then we will be all done. This was a really big project, but I'm really happy with it, and thank you so much, guys, for following along, and I would see you in our next one. Thank you very much, guys.